Good morning, everyone. My name is Nitin Sachdev, and I represent Cyfuture. I head the enterprise business. So I'm not sure how many of you know about Cyfuture, but Cyfuture basically started back in 1998. Our chief visionary is Mr. Anuj Berathi. 98, if you all remember, was the internet age. That's when the internet was really kicking off in India. With a dream in his mind and a grit to execute, he started from a small room with one computer and 30,000 rupees in capital. Today, we are a company with about 4,500 plus employees, 10,000 plus customers, 4 data center regions, 19 delivery locations, and we basically serve industries across the board, including the enterprise, government, and defense. Like I said, we have 19 locations span India. We are in 3 continents. We have about 250 plus cloud engineers, 200 developers. We're multi-empaneled cloud provider with 100 plus certified engineers. If you talk about our clientele, so it cuts across the board, across the industries. If I take some examples, we have oil marketing companies. They use, so you know how pricing for petrol changes on a daily basis. Dynamic pricing, so we run the complete managed services and security operation center for them. Then we have state governments like Uttar Pradesh, for whom we run application called e-Ganna. We have the largest certifying authority, which is hosted in our data center here in NCR. Then we have power distribution companies who use our systems, our cloud platform for running, for basically smart metering of the power consumption, billing, etc. We also have BFSI customers, banks who have their core banking system hosted in our data centers. Our cloud basically comes in 2 models, which is the light and the enterprise cloud. Light, it's quick, it's easy. You can deploy instances like a breeze. Highly scalable, simple and easy to use interface. When you go on the enterprise side of a cloud, it's got comprehensive security measures, advanced networking capabilities. We can offer GPU servers. There's a lot of talk about Gen AI. We can give you foundational models, open source or third-party or first-party deployed on them. Ours is a VMware cloud, VMware-powered cloud data center.
Right.
There was a lot of talk about multi-cloud setups these days. I think all enterprises over the time have been using VMware in their environments on-prem. We extend that capability outside to the cloud. And if you see AWS, GCP, Azure, they're also bringing VMware into the environments. So you can deploy a software-defined data center in our cloud. You can manage machines on-prem, on AWS, on GCP or Azure, and other cloud providers. We have multi-site availability, multi-tenancy options, object storage, block storage, running on NVMe storage with auto-scaling. So we offer infrastructure as a service. We offer network as a service, security as a service, data protection, containerization. You can set up your clusters in one facility or multi-facilities. Complete monitoring and management suite, and storage as a service. Our managed services include monitoring management, complete DR management, backups, storage services.
Correct.
So the VMware Cloud, we have about 250 service catalogs available as of today, including Prometheus, Grafana, including your machine learning, big data, PyTorch, Apache Spark, etc. Developers can use our platform, deploy Ruby, PHP, Python libraries, frameworks in an instance. We support almost all databases, including MySQL, Postgres, Redis, Memcache, etc. We can set up clusters. I think there was a talk about distributed databases. We recently did a project where we had an active database set up across 3 facilities, running a Galera cluster on MySQL. We are developer friendly. You can deploy websites, blogs, and instance on Ruby, Magento, etc. So the top CIO, CTO challenges or dilemmas, and I think a lot of you mentioned this also. One is the cloud spend. Security is another. Lack of resources is another. To add to this, everyone wants to innovate, drive efficiency through generative AIs or large language models. Getting your data house in order. Soon there's going to be a time, we're talking large language models of today. It's going to become small language models very soon. Generative AI is going to be everywhere. It's going to be your handsets. It's going to be your devices, all IoT devices. It's going to be everywhere. So unless you catch up and you are in this race, disruption will happen in the organizations. When we talk security, the major, and this we have seen time and again when we visit CIOs, CTOs across enterprises, misconfiguration. A lot of times point solutions are deployed, but they're not configured properly. Malware, ransomware is another threat. Compromised accounts, vulnerabilities in underlying app and infrastructure. To sum it up, lack of talent or human failure will be responsible for over half of the significant cyber incidents. Almost all CSPs follow a shared model. On the left is the on-premise, where everything is managed by the enterprise IT team. Then we have the IaaS setup, where part is managed by the CSP and part of it is managed. Application data, runtime, middleware, and operating systems are managed by the enterprise IT teams. When you go to a platform as a service, application and data is managed by the enterprise IT team. Everything else gets managed by the CSP. I think that in the blue areas where the challenges, where the security concerns are, if we can focus here, I think, and we do the basics correct, we can secure our environments. Show of hands, how many of you know about the MITRE framework or MITRE matrix? I think maybe all of them, right? So just to give you an example, for the ones who don't know, usually when I talk to people, they all look at the impact. Okay, we want to, which will tell you about reconnaissance, how the reconnaissance happens, how the exfiltration happens, and what the impact finally is. And then to correspond to this, there is a MITRE Defend matrix, which is basically a knowledge graph of cybersecurity countermeasure techniques. It is a catalog of defensive cybersecurity techniques and their relationship to offensive or adversary techniques. If we map this against a RACI matrix, I think a lot of the challenges can be solved. This is something that all of us as CTOs, CIOs have to think about. What is the Cyfuture advantage? We are one of the top cloud providers in India. We offer multi-cloud, multi-region cloud services. We're currently operational in 4, and there are 2 more upcoming in Mumbai and Chennai, with about 10,000 rack capacity each. We're empaneled with the MITRE for public cloud, for private cloud, and also as a GCC provider. We're a leading VMware Cloud Director powered service provider in India. We're VMware certified. Our cloud management platform, we can offer services on your premise, on the enterprise cloud, on our Cyfuture enterprise cloud, or on VMware, on Azure, AWS, and GCP. This is where the multi-cloud model comes in. There's a vibrant ecosystem at 250 ISV. We guarantee about 30 to 50% cost saving vis-a-vis the public cloud hyperscalers. Born in India, for India, we conform to data residency and localization mandate. We have a predictive cost model, no bill shocks or egress costs. Ability to set up OpenAI generative and LLM models for you, for your enterprise data. Some of our services include Kubernetes, GPU as a service, function as a service. We have Tanzu for Kubernetes cluster, object storage, CDN, load balance as a service. Complete set of managed services, including monitoring, audit logs, backups. We are setting up your generative AI and LLM models, backup as a service, DB as a service, DR as a service. To add to that, we also have a SOC service, which is a 24/7 service for deep observability and monitoring. We can correlate your logs and storage for compliance and regulatory needs. It's an AI-powered threat detection and hunting platform, AI-powered user behavior analysis, incident response, investigation for managed customers, change management, VA, penetration testing being done on an infra and application on a periodic basis. Some of the services that we have in our 24/7 NOC service includes NAC, DDoS mitigation, web application firewalls, threat emulation or sandboxing, SIM and source services, zero trust, and dark web monitoring. There was also talk about the DevSecOps pipeline. We can, from A to Z, we can cover that for you. We have deployed open source models for us, and you can control your DevOps from that environment completely. In terms of certification, we take your compliance requirements on us. We are CMMI appraised for development and service. We are my team paneled. We are SOC 2 Type 2. We are HIPAA compliant. We are SAP compliant, SAP services compliant. And we're also PCI DSS. And about 6 to 7 ISO certifications with us. The company Cyfuture has over the years got many awards and recognitions, including Great Place to Work for the last consecutive 3 years, Great Place for Women to Work, State Award for Export Excellence, Promising Brands of India. Our CEO got Times 40 under 40 very recently. So if you're in the market for cloud migration or data center extension, disaster recovery, next generation app build, setting up a generative AI or LLM models for you, open source or third party, or if you're looking for GPU servers, we can help you. You can partner with us and we can help you. With that, thank you so much.
Target use cases, you mentioned the panel, we spoke just before your presentation. They talked about many of those use cases. So maybe some of the relevant discussions with some of them you can have here.